What is going on, good people? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Say That Podcast. And y'all know the drill. Don't say this, say that. Firstly, I want to thank everybody who's tuned into our last episode featuring Lara Merchi. We were live from the Fashion Repair Center on Shaman Ave. It was a great episode. It was my first episode doing it out of studio. I learned a lot, and if y'all go tune in right now on our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify pages, you will learn too. As always, please make sure to follow the gram on Instagram. I said gram on Instagram. I meant the pod on Instagram. Say _that_pod and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're really close to hitting a lot of our number goals for the year, and we would appreciate if you hit that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is one of the most familiar faces in the city ever. And she's back on the pod after 3 fucking years. That is crazy. Please give it up for the legendary Amanda Shea. What up? What up?
I love that intro. I almost wore my shirt that says fucking legend on it, but I was like, chill, because, you know, we on.
Nah, you know what I used to have in high school? It was freshman year of high school. It was last name ever, first name greatest. I got it from like Journeys or some shit like that.
It's giving Drake though.
Oh, that's what it came from. It's
Which is
Forever.
Also very controversial. So I super hope you ask me about that later on.
Oh, can I be like candid right now? I have a closet full of OVO stuff that I got way before this stuff happened.
Not OVO.
Yeah, I can't wait. I look at it every day as if it's like a Spider-Man like suit. I'm like.
Shout out to J. Cole who said that there was the Spider-Man meme. Right. I see what you're doing over here.
Yo, that's why shout out to J. Cole. You stayed out of that shit.
You know why? Do you want to know why? I know the tea.
Let's get it.
You want to know the tea?
Yeah, let's get it.
It's hot.
It's hot?
It's hot.
All right.
Want to know
I like hot shit. Yeah.
J. Cole
yeah.
is a fucking Aquarius.
Oh,
gang.
All right.
And I say that for so many reasons. One, smart.
Yes.
Knew when the fuck to get out.
Yeah.
And apologized and took accountability. I'm just saying, what more do you want? What more do you want? He said, I'm not doing this. No. I'm not getting this nasty.
He even deleted the diss track.
Sure did. Because he was just like, I'm all about peace, love, and light.
Right.
And that's what most Aquariuses are all about.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I can relate to that.
Kendrick's a Gemini. He
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
He's different. Like, there's air sign gang, but that's like to the left.
From experience with a lot of Geminis, I can tell that Kendrick is one. I didn't even know he was, but it makes a whole lot of sense now.
But I love Geminis. Shout out to my Geminis, fellow air gang. And my Libras, too, since we're talking about air signs. But, you know.
Me and Drake are Scorpio, so it's like.
I mean.
Damn, I think we down a few points in the paint or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's just going back to his stuff now. Like, maybe I wasn't, like, listening, but it just didn't age well. Pause. Because, like, that's a pun intended. You know what I mean?
Legit.
Like, and even hearing that record he's on with that other guy, that gives me, what vibes does it give me? It gives me, what's her name? Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
She has this song called, Float on him, just float on him, just float. Float on him, just float on him, just float. And this guy has a song that Drake is on, and he's talking about, like, what kind of water are they serving in Clayco.
Yeah.
Yo, that song's about Lotto's sister.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was putting two together, and I was like, wait. If 21 Savage is dating Lotto, and they've been dating for 4 years, and they're really close with Drake, and then Lotto's sister just came out with Drake, her name's Brooklyn, just came out with Drake and was being seen, and then you go and look at that verse again, and you're like, he even has a line like, I preyed on you since a teen. And like 4 years ago, she would have been 17.
Yeah.
It's nasty boots. It's nasty boots.
Nah, that's what I mean, because... The sizzle line, too. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a little nasty. And I work with kids, and I'm an educator, as y'all know. Right. So for me, I'm just like, are y'all serious? Like, this is what y'all doing? Y'all grown.
And see, I didn't know about these accusations, obviously, until Kendrick started dropping them. And then I'm seeing videos left and right, and, like, I'm just thinking, like...
Cringy. I just saw the video of him on stage with the
17-year-old.
girl. Yeah, that's cringy.
I've seen that. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. I gotta sell him my shit.
I was like, damn, Jake, you down bad.
Because it's like, when is there gonna be a point where I can wear that out in public anymore? I'm just gonna.
They're gonna be like, oh, V-ho, oh, V-ho.
I'm gonna go home and cry. I got bullied again. I'm like, shit. I'm like, god damn it.
My question is like, do you really think he's gonna bounce back from all this?
That's what I was thinking too. I mean, so here's what I was thinking. Kendrick drops Euphoria. I'm like, great diss. Drake answers back with, was it Family Matters? Well, no, when. I know there was.
Pull ups.
Yeah, pull ups, exactly.
There it is.
So then he dropped 616 in LA, which I think was Kendrick's worst diss out of what he did drop. Then it gets to,
that beat was crazy.
It was crazy. It gets to Meet the Grams, so I'm like, oh,
that beat was crazy too.
It's over.
Yeah.
Because it was so up and down that day for me because Family Matters drops. And I just get on Twitter and log it. I'm like, okay, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Fight back. That's right. Even though he's responding to 5 different people.
Right.
And then he drops Meet the Grams. And I just, the smile went from, oh, fuck, it's over again. And then he drops Not Like Us, and Not Like Us is the death shot.
Yeah,
that shit went number 1.
Yeah.
They're playing it in the clubs.
Yeah.
Women shaking their asses to it.
I'm
like,
yeah. All of the things where C walk into it.
Like I put his music on too, and I'm like, I'm trying. I obviously know the words, but I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
How are you gonna bounce back from this shit?
I don't know, but honestly, I mean, I think 2 things can exist at once. I think that as an artist, and I think this is like the scary part of being an artist, is that you can be loved and hated in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And
the perception around Drake changed like crazy.
Yeah, and it's been 15 years. Like, longevity means something.
Right.
At the same time, I also love the fact that like real lyricism is back on the docket. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the fact that people took time to dissect lyrics. I need to see all y'all at poetry shows. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Like, what y'all doing with y'all lives.
Right.
So that was really beautiful. But then also, like, the second thing was maturity. It's like, there is a difference between, commercial success and, authenticity. And I'm not saying not everybody who is commercially successful isn't authentic. There's just something to say about that journey, get into that. And I think for me, what stood out the most that was poignant about Kendrick was like he was forcing Drake to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I think over time it's the same thing. Like, if Jay-Z was fucking sitting here talking about the shit he talked about before he was married, we would look at him crazy like, nigga, we don't resonate with this shit.
Yeah, talking about getting fucking like, oh no, he had a video.
Or bottles of Cristal, models dancing, whatever the fuck he was saying.
He was in the studio and there was these 2 lesbians going at it next to him. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Yeah, there's a video.
With Jay-Z?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, it is crazy, but that makes more sense because he's all business now. He's like, got a family. He's dating, or shouldn't say dating, married to, and has. Is it 2 children?
3.
It's 3 now. Wow.
They have twins.
With the most legendary #1 black woman musician of all time.
Absolutely.
So it's like you can't be fucking around. That's the Drake. He never had somebody to like hold him down like that. Rihanna failed with, him and Rihanna failed, and that fucked him up.
Well, he failed.
Right, exactly, yeah.
He's fumbled a lot of really beautiful.
Rihanna's the biggest one, though.
Successful.
Especially how her and Rocky are now. Drake is wishing every day that was him.
I mean, hey.
Even they drop Rocky in the song. I'm like, all right. I get to even drop Rick Ross and, Metro and Kendrick, but I'm like, you just hate Rocky because he's married and has twins with the women that
but
you
common
love.
Denominator, bro.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Common denominators. Like, that's an easy.
And you were right. The signs were there with Drake because, when I was in high school, he's dropping Nothing Was the Same, Take Care, Views, What a Time to Be Alive. If you're reading this, it's too late. That's all classic shit. He's not going like crazy. He's really getting to the raps and the feelings. And then it's like, dropping Certified Lover Boy and like all that stuff. You're acting like just not your age. And
pandering
clothes,
to the young people.
You got those braided things in your hair. Like,
yeah, it was a lot.
If you're doing it just for a reaction, why? You're Drake. You don't need a reaction. You can drop a song today, tell nobody, and it go #1.
But that is also a testament, I feel like, of like sometimes being bored or not always like inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you really do need to take a break and step back to get a better perspective. I think J. Cole
Right.
I think J. Cole said that on his last album. It was what was the song? Hold My Hand, where he's
that's
talking
a great
about,
song.
it's a gorgeous song where he's talking about, you know, when he first heard the beat that he got, it didn't resonate, but he did some travel, took some time away and then came back, and that's when it hit him. And I think that happens to a lot of us. Sometimes we hear something and we're like, but then when we hear it like 5 years later, or even 5 days later, and we're like, oh, I was tripping, this shit slaps. It's like, sometimes you need a pause, and I think people like Drake being 15 years in and just releasing, that's a lot of expectation. And you don't, I mean, I don't know his life, but it's just giving like you're kind of bored, and you're just trying to stay relevant at this point, as opposed to like giving us really you, like, who's Drake as a dad? Right. You know, without Kendrick telling us that you weren't a dad. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, these are the things that we want to kind of know about your life. It's substance. Yeah, and that whole dad thing was weird because, like, he kind of made the justification of why he hit his son. He was like, I'm not trying to have my son from the world. I'm trying to have the world for my son type of thing. But it's like, who cares? You're a dad. All these rappers are dads. Like, but also, bro, like, you're a superstar. It's kind of hard to hide anything from your personal life, especially now with social media. I mean, we would have found out one way or another. It's just in the matter when we found out was in a way that, you know, fucked with you, because you were playing the game and then you fucked around and found out. And people were mad at Kendrick, like, oh, they put his house online. I'm like, bruh, anybody's house you can see online. Everything is public. And he shows off his house like every day in his Instagram, so it's like, so there's that. Right. It's like, yeah, it's a lot, but it woke people up a little bit. It's really gonna be interesting. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but it'll be interesting. I really want to see what happens with UMG and all this. And, and then I'll tell you my real opinion about what I really think 100% is happening. But I want to pause that. Pizzle hit, Mr. Pete. I'm like, I wanna pause on that because I think people will come from my neck. In the building. Hey, it's my brother. What's up, family? Whole lot of gang shit. I mean, I've heard of it. There's a great group of guys over here. Hey. What's good, bro? Pete. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Then somebody told me there was this lady, Amanda Shea. Yeah. What's up, gang? Yep. What's up, gang? You live on a pod right now, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. PSA, what up, baby? That's how you know it's really family. Because I'd be like, who's this nigga trying to get on the show? It was like, I called and she said, you gotta get with these people in Beverly. Beverly. That's See, that's the great thing about this podcast. You don't know who's gonna show up. I'm like, Beverly, what you know about Beverly? I got 20 plus years in Beverly. She said, these guys from AOA. I said, AOA Studio. She said, yeah. I said, I'm gonna see you in a minute. I just left there. I was like, what? I just left there. That's crazy. I just left there. I just called Zap and was like, yo, where's that stuff at? He was like, it's over here. Like, all right. So I was like, tell him I said what's up, by the way. I certainly will. Mr. PSA is back in these streets. That's my guy. That's my guy for real. It's my guy for real. For those of you that don't know, our shit goes like super deep to the point where we have the same exact birthday. I was telling them. She was just telling us. I was like, February 6th, gang, same day as Bob Marley. She was just going on a tangent for your Aquarius right now. You kidding me? Aquarius is our life. Yeah. You understand a couple of things about Aquarius. Here's what you need to know about Aquarius. Number one, we will be your greatest and most loyalist companion, no matter what. No questions asked. Just don't do something crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some, like, no Diddy, pause, any of that. Like, don't go there with that stuff, because we won't mess with you at all. No tolerance. We was just talking about Drake with we that literally shit. Did. Like, right, exactly. But Aquarius is on the other side of that coin. We can also be the most vicious opponents you could ever have in your life. Like, we would literally be your worst nemesis if need be. And we don't want to. Trust me, like, deep down inside of us, we have the worst, like, fights internally to be petty or be rude or be ignorant. But once the switch flips, bro, just pack it up. Move out of town. Move out of state. Move out of country. Pack it up. Change your name. I don't know. I'll walk by something. I don't know. Do something with your life, bro. But you no longer want to be in the same vicinity as the Aquarius that you get out of here. Straight up. No lies detected. That's exactly how I feel. I'm trying to be a more evolved Aquarius, if you will, because we beat up on ourselves like more than you'll ever know. And not for nothing, we are very, very loyal. But we do have short tolerance for folks. Like, we like the real. We're very blunt. We're very honest. And we just want the reciprocation in return. I can take a lot of stuff. I am a very big forgiving person. Like, I can forgive heavy because I've been through shit and I'm not we not perfect.
Right.
So we've been through some shit. But it's how I look at people on how you manage me after you've mismanaged me. And if you are cowardice in that, if you are not upfront with that, if you being weird with that, bruh, then just bye.
Yeah, please.
See you later.
Deuces.
No hard feelings, but you can't be in the circumference of my energy. Yeah. Like, it's just not like that. And people take that as arrogance, which is crazy.
Yeah, like people go, you're rude or you're ignorant. It's like I'm not. I'm just at the same time as like you think that I'm supposed to sugarcoat something for you. I'm not going to. I'm gonna be as polite as possible in saying it. Like, if you do something stupid, I will blatantly look at you and go, you know that was dumb, right?
Yeah. Because that was dumb.
Right.
You just know if you knew it was dumb, someone pointed it out for you.
We need more people like that, though.
You know what I'm saying? But
now, the people that have did you wrong, does the signs make sense that they did you wrong? Like
like the person sign?
Yeah, the person sign.
We ain't got all day for that.
Yeah.
I will say, honorable mention, I fucks heavy with Aries, but I will not date one. I fucks heavy with Scorpios, but I will never date one.
I will never date a Gemini again in my life.
Oh, I love Geminis though. Well, my son's father is a Gemini. I don't know if I can say all that.
I don't know, and I apologize to any Geminis I may offend in that, but
my dad's a Gemini too, so but they hard. That's hard.
Yeah,
that's
my
hard.
mom's
they
a
hard
Cancer.
People.
Okay.
Oh, that's hard too.
Yeah, my mom's a Taurus.
Yeah.
She's very bullheaded. Like, my mom was very stubborn.
But that makes sense because y'all are fixed signs. So, like, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius are all fixed signs.
That Leo is my son. Leo is Faisal.
Oh, you got a Leo.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Yeah. Oh. And those are our sister signs, by the way. Like, Aquarius and Leo are the most alike on the charts. However, Leos be too. This
is why I keep Amanda.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't know this shit either.
It's funny because, like, I called Amanda specifically for this. Like, with my current situation in the past 48 hours, I called a couple of people because I needed.
Oh, so you had tea.
Like I had people. There are people that you need to build you back up.
Yeah.
When you're down.
Cool.
In certain situations.
Say that.
And I was like, down a little bit, like, yo, thank God for Z, you know what I'm saying? Thank God for Kev, you know what I'm saying? AOA Studios, the family, you know what I'm saying? Like,
period.
Bro, like, I was in a deep, dark hole, and I literally called Amanda because I called Brandy yesterday, and I said, yo, Blaze, here's the situation. I need you to build me real quick. She said, say less, what's word? And I told her, she said, oh, so you back in these streets?
Yup.
And I said, I don't want to say back in these streets because that sounds like I'm trying to get out here and, you know what I'm saying?
Make weird moves, different moves.
Just put the bat signal in the sky and let people know that, like, yo, send the invites out, bro. Like, I'm popping out. You got dinner, I'm popping out for dinner.
Ooh, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? You got a show, I'm popping out for the show.
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Don't make me start Diddy bopping.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
No Diddy bopping.
No.
Damn, you can't even do good dancing.
Diddy bop no more.
He done fucked up everything.
You can't do the two-step. You can't Diddy bop. You can't do nothing. Stay in your lane.
No more stepping in the name of love.
No, we just gotta nod our heads. We can still lean back though. We still good to lean back.
That's why we make sure that the shit that we do, we secure the shit that we do, and make sure that every move we
gotta
make,
age well.
every step we take. We know y'all watching us. We ain't stupid.
Absolutely, and keeping tabs and receipts.
We're not doing this.
Big time, big heavy. I'm glad that you're here though, cause I feel like a question is about to come from my guy, but I have something to ask you when we plug it. So go ahead.
Right, exactly.
Let's do it.
So, one thing that Amanda has done since the last time she's come on the show, she's won a BMA 2 times in a row. That's a repeat. That's a repeat, exactly. For the new category, Spoken Word Artist of the Year. I basically feel, and no disrespect to anybody else nominated in that field, I feel like you have that on lock. Because of what you do year in and year out.
And no disrespect to any spoken word artists that I know. I'm just
Absolutely
saying.
Not.
Thank you.
It's a different level of shit over here.
How does that just make you feel knowing that, you got etched into Boston music history with that stuff, as if you already weren't with the stuff you are currently doing?
Thank you. Wow. For honestly, I'm still tripping. I'm honestly still tripping because honestly, the intent of the award, first of all, you know what? I'm going to tell the real story. So for 3 years, I was fighting for this award, low-key, behind the scenes. People didn't know that. I was fighting for it. And the reason being was, one, like, there's mad spoken word artists here in the city of Boston who are fire.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, spoken word is definitely a part of hip hop culture. I don't care what nobody says. Mm-hmm. Like the poets, the last poets, like they literally was the bridge between what you hear as far as hip hop and poetry. Like they're the ones who connected that. And that was in the 1960s. So to delete us or keep us or exclude us from hip hop culture is wild crazy. Then on top of it, it was like, you know, we see all these mainstream artists like Lupe, Rhapsody, Wale. Wale is crazy.
Yeah,
I actually prefer Wale's poetry more than I prefer his rapping, to be real.
I thought you were going to say somebody else, and I was going to say...
No, I'm not doing that.
Please don't say that.
You right next to me. I don't want to be nasty. Miss Westy, don't try to test me. It's going to get... All right, so we got... Yo, this is Aquarius. Okay, we're going to... Okay.
ADHD too.
But I like that part, big, heavy on that. So, like,
Excuse me.
I saw it as, like, well, why aren't we a part of this? And then on top of it, like, no tea, no shade, but, like, I'm on 47 hip-hop records doing spoken word poetry as a feature. Interludes, outros, fucking... all types of shit. And shout out to Brandy Blaze for believing in me, for Broken Rainbows, for real, because that was a hard project for me to like lean into. She knows why, because the red suits and the blue suit was really hard for me to get in the bag. I don't write sexy poems. However, I felt like we needed to be there. And then on top of it, I'm an educator. Yes, I'm sitting here teaching these babies, and they're performing this beautiful poetry. But then I look around the landscape of the city, and I'm like, well, where are they going to perform now? Because they can't go into a bar. They can't go into 21 plus. Right. So where are the stages for them to do the thing that we are teaching them to do and to use their voice? And I felt like, you know, awards and like recognition, like, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean like you're better than anybody or anything like that, but it's nice to be acknowledged. And I really did it for the generations after us. Because, like, you know, we've been doing poetry for a while now. Like, I've been doing this for 7 years. But I want my babies to be able to strive towards something, want to be able to obtain something like that. So if we're not building, like, if we're not breaking open the door and keeping it open, then we're not doing them a good service. We're really not doing anybody a good service. So for me, that's why I fought for it for so long. And then to win it, like, honestly, I was already humbled at the notion of being nominated. Because that first year was, and second year, both years was a lot of dope people. Yeah. Like, you had D-Ruff, Jija, you had Tim Hall, Portia O, Duran West.
Tim Hall's a problem, too.
Yo, they're, like, these people are really, really good at what they do. They're brilliant. And then on top of it, they've been doing it for a really long time. So to win was just like, wow, this is really, really dope. But to win the second year, and I had gotten COVID, that was like, man, I got COVID like right around the BMAs, and then I got COVID on my birthday. Crazy. But anyways, so I wasn't even in the building. Yo, people was calling me, I'm mad sick. And they're like, yo, you're not here. Where are you at? And I'm like, I'm in bed. And they was like, yo,
I will get you all sick if I'm here.
Right. They was like, you want me to get your award for you? I was like, no, chill. It's all right.
It's like, I'll come get it myself.
Hey, Paul.
It's like, you got that
They'll hold it for me. They got it.
Hold it
I got a bubble I can wear. I need a bubble.
I wear a hazmat suit and walk up the
But I would have looked cute, even sick. You know what I'm saying? I would have been cute, but I was like, I don't want to get people sick. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed home, but people was hitting me up and they was like, yo, you got the biggest like applause out of any winner. And they actually printed it.
I believe that.
Boston Globe, somebody at the Boston Globe, I wish I remembered the journalist's name, but they wrote that and was like, Amanda Shea won Spoken Word Artist of the Year for the second year in a row and received the loudest applause of the night.
I believe that.
And I was like, that's fucking crazy cool. And like, shout out to Nate Speaks, because that was another person I was trying to see perform, bro. I was just like, I was devastated, but again, it's dope. Like, People are telling me, yo, I got people in Philly and they're like, yo, if you win again, like, it's a wash, bro. You can't win 3 times in a row. You can't win 3 times in a row. And I'm like, and honestly,
who said?
I mean, could you? At this point, I want other people to be able to.
I mean, C-Dub's going for 4 in a row, so it's like it's
Hey,
not
yo,
out of the
shout out to
possibility
them.
for you to win, 3 years in a row. Especially
Is it
with the
controversial for me to say I want bad for the community to win it though?
No, they deserve that shit.
I want bad for the community to win.
Yeah, I was like, hey, we got two
It's
podcasts
the
in this house.
baby.
Hey, I just need a nomination. Just give me a nomination.
This is what. Nah, you deserve a nomination.
Just give me a nomination.
Y'all,
just get us both the nomination. You know what I mean?
Turntable teachers.
Somebody get turntable
Yes,
teachers
absolutely. They need a nomination. I still want bad for the community.
Nah, they deserve it.
And
They've been putting in a lot of work.
I tell you why, because they're not just because they're babies, because Lord knows they're not babies. They grown, but to me they babies. But at the same time, their consistency, and their chemistry, and I'm also very biased. I love me some Nate, and that intellectual mind. The things that they bring up on that show is not just in pop culture. They talk about real things, and I really, really love that for them. So I love all y'all are my friends. Y'all know that. Like Charlie, I fuck with you heavy. LFOD, I fuck with y'all heavy. That's my baby.
Uncle
That's
Sam,
my heart.
I love you.
We love you. But I really do want the babies to win. I do. And Red Flags and Roses, if we could get them a nomination. That's a youth pod with Beat the Odds, youth organization, and they're killing it. They talking about red flags and roses in relationships, and they asked me some hard questions, and I was like, oh.
How old are y'all? Yeah.
I was like, how old are y'all?
As they said, a child will show them the way.
16, 17-year-olds running. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
What?
I'm always rooting for everybody else.
Look at you. Look at him. He's like,
I'm 26. I'm like, shit. It's like
they got the jump on you, bro. You gotta catch it. No, I'm just playing.
The youth is the way, man. That's why, what you guys do is dope. Being an educator plus being a podcaster. What Amanda does is dope. Being an entertainer, being an educator, winning something 2 times as you should. Champion status. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's within your realm of your artistry, that's exactly what you should be doing. It gets to a point where it no longer becomes about you. If there ends up being a host out there that's a kid host, he's like, yo, I'm trying to be like you. First off, I'm me, be you. Second off, take the mic, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you are now hosting the show just because you said that, and I'm gonna sit here and I got you. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And put them in that position.
Yeah.
That's how we got where we are. Right. Someone opened the door for us. The door was open. You know what I'm saying? And as they were just about to crack it, somebody stuck a wedge in it for us to get through it. And
we had to break that motherfucker down.
Or we had to break it down. You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, where we can leave that wedge in the door. Leave the wedge in the door for the youth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let them get to where they need to be. Let them change the
Siri Q, I believe that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Show them all the beauties they possess inside. Look at BB and CeCe Winans.
Yeah, because I've never had that happen to me yet.
You know what I'm saying? It's
with the youth, but it's just I feel like if you're older than them, you can't put them down. You're
not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. People do. They're assholes for that.
First off, if you are a grown adult of any sort, if you are over the age of 30 and you are putting down anyone younger than you, then you need to get a life.
Yeah, period. That's weird.
That's a PSA from PSA. Thank you.
Weirdo behavior.
Get a life.
Weird. This is the generation that they're growing up in with all these cameras and social media. So if they're gonna utilize it to do that relationship advice, well, that they're on TikTok more than any of us, so that's probably what they see, and they're like, I can do that.
They're also smarter than us. Can we just talk about it? I'm sorry,
perfect
but
segue to that.
Bro,
straight
they're
up.
smarter than us. We're in a part of the generation where we was playing outside,
so
the street lights came on.
There are right now. There's
what I'm saying?
Children billionaires.
Oh no,
right
dead
ass.
Exactly.
Dead ass.
Super smart, and it's like, can I have a job?
Yeah.
Twitch,
How do you think I felt?
Instagram,
Twitter,
shit. X, they're really using these platforms.
If you think about it, all of these platforms today, and this is how I tell the students, today, what you guys have is what we had for HVAC, carpentry, plumbing, electricity,
facts,
stuff like that.
Amen to
Talk
that.
about it.
It's different for you guys, right?
Yeah.
And I'm jealous.
We had trade schools, and you guys can be entrepreneurs.
I went to a trade
I wish
school
this
in
was
high
the
school.
trade they were teaching me. I wish somebody came into my school and was like,
Right.
hey, man, instead of doing your world history today, we're going to do world history of hip-hop and how the breakdown of this and thing. Like, that would be dope. That would have probably kept me more interested in school to go further than I did, although, you know, I went pretty far. But it probably would have kept me more engaged in thinking more along the lines of what I wanted to be going forward, again, and not what was put in front of me. We had more of the generation of, here's what you can do, son. You can either cut this wood, you can learn how to do this rug, you can learn how to do some plumbing, or you can do, you know what I'm saying? That's what we were given. But today, it's like, hey, can you hold the camera? If you can hold the camera, I can show you different ways to do exposures and different ways to catch people's toes. Hey, can you hold the microphone? Are you afraid of crowds? Like, you know what I'm saying? There are things out there for these kids to no longer be really sheltered by the narrative of basic education, American education. Because American education.
Are you sure? Because, you know, black kids don't know how to use computers or don't know what the word computer is. I fell the fuck out. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
What are you doing in your Brooklyn schools?
Thank you.
That they don't know the word computer. But I digress.
It starts with y'all, not them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So it's like, you know, we got to continue to build and pass and build and pass and build and pass. We're gonna die, bro.
We are the new ancestors.
Did you hear what I said on M. Dot's album, bro? We're all born to die.
Shit.
All right? So fear takes another joke, but bro, we're born to die.
But we're also the new ancestors.
We're the new ancestors. So we got to pass that knowledge on. No, we're not teaching the hunting and the gathering. We're teaching you how to be funny and or how to use spoken word or how to podcast, where to put your lights at, how to
heal,
break things down, how to heal. We're teaching you how to articulate your way out of situations as opposed to thinking you have to shoot somebody or beat them up. Things like that, you know what I'm saying, is what we're doing, and we are the ancestors. We have to pass that down, and hopefully they'll take that knowledge like we did, spin it, build it, make it better, and pass that down, and it'll continue to go on. And world history, as we know it, will change, like all things have. Like you know what I'm saying? The universe has never stayed the same.
Education right now.
This is turntable teaching, right? What are you talking about?
Say that podcast.
Actually,
Say that podcast.
Yeah, you won't say that right now. You probably get on to turntable.
Say that pod.
They be like, PSA always fucking up something. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, we got a lot of podcasts.
It's not my fault that I said that on Say That. It's just that we're in the same spot there.
Right.
Everything happens, but Say That is fire as well. Shout out to my peoples at AOA Studios.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on at AOA.
Here we at. You know
we got a lot of stuff going on.
I think I just advertised everything in this building at once.
In one sentence. In like 3 minutes.
In a world full of podcasts.
Athens of America, baby. We
Say
here.
that.
Oh, this is by far the biggest wreck episode I've ever had. Yeah. Oh, and we're only 20 minutes in.
Hey, really?
This is where you should get the nomination and the award. I think there's an award for this. You're gonna get an award. I don't know. I feel it. I smell it.
We've actually never been on digital before together either.
No, we never.
It's definitely gonna go up.
Oh
yeah.
Nah,
you know what
I'm saying?
Yeah. All the reels coming out of this.
You may have birthed
get rid of
something. Who knows?
You might have.
You
might have.
And then when some shit goes down, be like, Say That podcast did this.
Yeah,
it's not funny because people will hit me and be like, you know, you remind me of, and I'm like, Mr. PSA. And they'd be like, yes. And I'm like,
They would say I reminded them of Amanda Shea, but as you can see, I ain't got them.
Like, can you stop? Hey, yo.
Clean and cut. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo. But that's good. That's good. I got enough hair for us.
The flow.
So I gotta know, how did y'all meet?
Yo.
Do I even remember how we met?
I do.
Do you remember? Because I never remember how I meet people.
Absolutely, you know.
So we met at a show for Brandy years ago. This is when Brandy was still on No Muzzle.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, now I remember.
And then from that show, we went to a cypher. And I forget where the cipher was. It was like...
Was it Maggie? It wasn't Maggie's yet.
It was Maggie.
Was it Maggie?
It was Maggie.
Was it Maggie?
It was.
Yo,
Maggie's
shout out
Bridge
to
Shot?
Maggie.
That is one of the first places
Quincy.
that I met Amanda Shea was there, right? And it was after... And
shout out Alcide, by the way.
It was like literally like a 1+1 thing. Like it was the second time I had been there because Brandy was there. I had hosted to do who was going to be the performing artist for the Boston Freedom Rally, and Brandy Blaze and Mike Ross performed. And I did not pick Brandy Blaze and Mike Ross, and Mike Ross was not happy with me. And I don't know, for some reason, like, and I love Mike Ross. Shout out to Mike Ross. Shout out to Brandy Blaze, because that's my sister. I love
Shout
her.
out Brandy Blaze. That's my sister. That's my best dude.
Mike Ross was upset with me, the person that I chose. Like, there was a whole situation.
I don't want to ask you who you chose, but I'm gonna remind you after the pod.
I think I remember who I chose. I think it was Dukaran that I chose.
That's a good choice, though. Dukaran's a good choice.
Duka got heat.
He's got lyricism.
What it was is, if you know Brandy, and I love Brandy, but Brandy Blaze is not for the weak, son. And in my mind at that time, the job that I was there to do was to get people that the people could hear and was not going to draw too much negative attention to the crowd and have the police and have people going, ew, look at these hip hop guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was what I was thinking was my job, right?
She would have killed that
shit. Oh, she definitely killed it. And she has come back and killed it, because I've literally called Brandy and had Sham come through. There's tons of stories. But still.
That's the team. That's the team.
So I did that, and then Mike Ross was like, yo, you shouldn't have it picked. And I kind of like jumped in between like a scuffle. And that was like the building of like everything. And I was just like, yo, so first off, sir, the reason why I picked is because of XYZ. This is what I felt, bro. I don't even give a damn that I know him and don't know you that well, bro. It's fair. That's just what it was, bro. Like, period. And we all ended up being super tight after that. I had a radio show at the time. They came through the radio, and we built it. And then I went to another show at Maggie's, and then there was Amanda Shea. And Amanda had dropped some dope poetry, and I didn't really like hear too much poetry like Amanda's poetry. I've heard a lot of different poetry, but Amanda's poetry digs a lot of female poets, and no disrespect that I've heard, right?
I'm side-eyeing you.
It like makes me feel like I'm a weak bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like damn, like my bad. Like sometimes it makes me feel like, who hurt you? Because I would never, and I want to go punch that person in the face for you.
Sad thing is, I'm an Aquarius. I hurt myself.
You know what I'm saying? But Amanda, again, on some Aquarius, and this is prior to me knowing she was Aquarius, so she was dropping that knowledge that as an Aquarius, I was like, nigga, that shit right there, boy. Like, yeah, go ahead and preach, sis. Hey. And then I was a loud person, and I didn't know you're supposed to. So I was, yeah, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, super loud and obnoxious. And they were like, hey, bro, oh, you got it. I was like, oh, sorry, my bad, because my hands is ashy, so it might not work. But we talked, we kicked it, we chilled. Brandy ended up leaving on muzzle. I'd stayed with contact with Brandy for years. If you know Brandy, Washam, Amanda, where there's one, another will soon follow.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Like, they will.
It's a package deal.
It's like, yo, are you here? It's like, yeah, in the corner. Oh, shit, both of you are here. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I love that for us.
And that's fire. Like, you don't see a lot of that. So, and that's what it was, man. And that's how I came to know them. Like, that's how, like, I ended up in a situation at the Boston Freedom Rally. Shout out to Maskin. And they were like, yo, we don't have a DJ. And I was like, first off, why didn't you call this person? And they were like, oh, well, we thought about it. And, like, there was, like, a whole, you know how that is, tons of politics at that time. And I was like, yo, well, I got 2 people that are in Boston that I think can get in touch with. And I called Brandy. And I was like, yo, I need your DJ's number, Washam. And she was like, who's what? I was like, okay, what's for? I was like, Boston Freedom Rally, like, need a DJ right now. And Washam, boom, showed up. And she was on Boston Freedom Rally, so I rocked out with Washam. And from there, it just became like an ever building thing. And then once we found out we had the same birthday, it's not.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, it was like
that's right.
I honestly, I think where we found out was Brandy's birthday. Do you remember when she was in JP on Washington Street?
We found out at a Paint and Smoke up in Lawrence for one of the rec shop events that Brandy had performed at.
Oh shit, you're right. Damn, your memory's fucking good.
I'll be on point. As long as nobody hits me in this motherfucker, I'll be straight. But that's where like it all coincided. I remember we were talking outside, we were tee-hee, ha-ha, you know what I'm saying, kicking it, whatever. As a matter of fact, that's the same night that I wore all red, and I will never wear red. I apologize to the people in that neighborhood that I wore red to, because holy shit, I'm not a blood gang member, but they let me know that night that they would look out for me because they was like, just don't be doing that no more. I was like, my bad. I was hosting a show inside of a building. I didn't even know where I was. But from there, bro. It's
When in
literally
doubt, wear
just
all
been-
black.
It's been a.
That's my whole wardrobe.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
me.
a back and forth thing, bro. Like where I see Amanda Shea, I got to post up. You know what I'm saying? If I can
Likewise.
be there, then I gotta be there. If I
Likewise.
see something she posts, then I gotta post. As of now, again, I was literally just like 2 cities away.
Literally.
My brother was literally sitting outside in the car. We're on the window of Finally Function. She was like, "Yo, I'm over here." I was like, "I'm going to pick up my brother. I'll see you in a minute." So
Crazy.
you know what I'm saying?
Family for real.
That's
That's
what it is,
energy right
like
there.
real shit.
I love that, and that's my thing with Amanda. I feel like everybody knows you. You're like everybody's mama. You really
I
are.
love that
No,
for
like
me.
legitimately,
Dog,
like
I got a text message in the morning from somebody who was like, you know what I'm saying, a female friend of mine. She text messaged me one day and she was like, "Yo, do you know this person?" And I'm like, first off, I haven't talked to you in like 6 years or more. Like, yes, I know that person though. How are you? Like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Yo, Amanda Shea is phenomenal." I went and seen her last night because I had shared a video, and she's like, "Do you know?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I seen her last night. Like, yo, she's fire." And here I go, like, I gotta let that homie know. So I screenshotted it.
Yeah.
And sent it. I was like, "Damn, you got women in their fields out here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?" So you know
All
what I'm
of the
saying?
things.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's fire, bro. It's like
Thank you.
very well known, very well recognized. I love the post the other day, like, when will you sit down? Like, hopefully never, because it's like people always say to me all the time, like, "Yo, bro, you ever think you're gonna retire?" Bro, I will roll out on a stage in a wheelchair.
Dead
that I
ass.
gotta do the.
I think Snoop
And
did that.
I
Yeah.
swear to God, if I got my wheelchair on the stage, I will still have something that goes, "And now coming to the stage is." I don't give a shit. like,
Mr. Steve.
like period.
PSA
all right?
Hawkins.
Like straight up,
I
PSA
can't.
Hawkins out this motherfucker. Like nah, it's
can't. You're
just
a
we
clown.
have a talent, and I think this is
That's
the
it.
conversation that we had that night. Is with the talents that we're given, whatever it is, bro, you got to use the fuck out of that
Yeah.
before you are gone.
Dead
You
ass.
get
Yes.
one shot. Sorry to be so fucking such a stan, but
Nah, it needs to be said.
you literally only get one shot, bro.
You
like
do.
one
Yeah.
opportunity to do that shit, and that opportunity is called life. And Amanda Shea is doing that. She's lifing the fuck up.
Thank
She's
you.
leaving her stamp every fucking where that she
Absolutely.
goes.
Trying
There's
to.
not too many places where you can go where if you got an Amanda Shea black card, you good.
Yeah.
You straight. It's like, "Oh, you know Amanda? Yes.
Good everywhere.
Go
You
ahead,
win.
baby."
Yeah.
Even when
That's
I
the
don't
entry
even
fee.
know.
That's the
Even when
entry
I
fee.
don't even know.
Right.
'cause-
That's the entry
And
fee.
you
It's like,
pop up,
the other side.
she won't
I
even be at the event and
you'll
be like,
see
"You know
her
Amanda
name
Shea?"
on
Yeah.
that
Yo,
flyer
facts.
somewhere,
Come
you're
on
like,
in.
Yeah.
The hell, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's fire, bro. And to be amongst that type of energy, I love it. I won't change it for nothing.
Right,
Straight
absolutely.
up.
I'm
I
just
say
a
that
reflection.
10 times fast.
Yeah, I'm a reflection of everybody I'm around. Like, basically what
Amen
my
to
brother
that.
just said next to me. Like, we are reflections. And I think, like, that's why people, get to know me or know of me, I should say. Because people be like, you know everybody. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know everybody. I think I know everybody, but I really don't. And to go back to that, it's like, I would be remiss if I didn't name that people like Mr. PSA, Brandy Blaze, Y Sham, Bakari JB,
Oh, that's my dog.
D Ruff, Jadi, Free, Didi Delgado, Matt Parker, Matt Gannum, Jeannie Nunez, Nava the Butterfly. Like, I'm gonna name everybody because if it wasn't for these people, one, I wouldn't be a performer, and two, I wouldn't continue performing. Yeah. Like, you need to have people around you that really, really reflect good things onto you and back to you and inspire you for real. And I love what Brandy and Washam are doing too, because like you just heard my brother say, like, where you see one, you see all. At the same time, like, I think in 2024, even now, like, we're actually not as together as we used to be back in, like, before COVID.
You still can't tell.
And you still can't tell, which is
still can't
beautiful.
tell.
Right.
But I'm really proud of, like, what we've built individually, but then what we've also built collectively. Like, Brandy is the glue. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. Like, she a Virgo, only child. Washam's a Taurus, very grounded, very, very strong, very, 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 very vocal, Fixon. I'm an Aquarius. Like, it just makes sense. And, like, the work ethic of each of us, it has really, really molded us to do better and, like, level up. Like, we be trying to, like, think of ways of, like, getting out the city. That's really our goal, is not to be in Boston forever.
No, you can't.
Like,
Can't be.
I love it here, and I'll probably live here by coastal because, you know, like, I don't want to be here during the winter months. Right. But, like, just thinking about, like, how can we get out of Boston, but also bring Boston to other places and also bring people from other places to Boston.
Say that.
Which is a really good segue into my next little plug, because I'm going to have a couple this pod. But the first plug is...
This plug brought to you by Amanda Shea.
June 15th. Belforge Arts Center up in Medfield. We are having the Unspoken Juneteenth Festival in collaboration and sponsored by Boston Center of the Arts and Boston Music Awards and Redefined, June 15th. And I need a host, so Mr. PSA, you know what I'm saying? If you free from 12 to 5, come rock out and meet your host.
Yo, she already
Mr.
recruited
PSA.
me and Mike to do pod in there.
I think I'll be there, but I think, like, I'm supposed to see you May 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wait.
You didn't even know.
No, I do know. Hold up. So that's why I was asking you about, is it May 30th or
May 30th? No. So May 30th, there's a show that you're going to be there, East Boston.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
William Wallace.
East Boston.
William Wallace is putting it on. I don't have all the details because I literally just signed on probably like 3 days ago.
I think it's a Juneteenth event. It's at 500.
Yes, it is a Juneteenth event. It is on Tuesday because I think Juneteenth is on Wednesday, which is
You said May 30th.
May 30th.
Oh, that's a week.
May 30th.
Oh yeah, it's a Thursday.
Yep.
May 30th.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
June 30th.
No, June. It's in June.
It's a lot of days. It's in June.
I gotta
It's
want to call him, and I don't have my phone because it's in the car with my brother, who's probably going, "Dog, I called you 10 times, you slick motherfucker."
Hey yo. So
but no,
tell me the date.
It's in June. It's June. It's the day before Juneteenth.
18th.
East Boston.
Oh yeah, it's already in there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's already
See?
in there. It's already in there. It's already in there.
So Amanda has it in her phone. I don't have my phone. As you
It's
see,
June
like an
18th.
old man, I got a clip, no phone. Holla
It's
at me.
totally June
iPhone
18th.
watches the series too, so therefore it's not connected with the damn thing. No messages
I'm
going
over
through.
you,
Broke.
not iPhone. Yeah, it's Tuesday, June 18th. In East Boston. I'll give y'all the flyer and all that, but it's from 5:30 to 8:30. But before you see me on the 18th, you will see me on June 15th at Belforge Arts.
Medfield, Massachusetts.
I feel like our
And
good
now you'll
name-
see me there too.
Yeah,
It's crazy,
hosted by Mr. PSA.
Hi. No, I'm
We have DJ Y Sham in the building.
We're in the building watching.
GOAT.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna name some of the performing artists, but I'm gonna keep some of them a secret. So Brandy Blaze. We have D Ruff. We have Zay.
Okay.
Former 2-time Say That guest, along with Amanda Shea.
Say that.
We have. I want to give one more away. Najee Janey.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
good. That's good.
That's the selling point. That's the selling point right
keep
there.
everybody else
sees me
touch.
with Najee Janey, the hug that man gets every time I see him. is
I
insane.
love
don't
Najee.
know.
He Taurus energy
And it's
too.
funny because I always just look at him like this because he always switches his image. The last time I seen him, his dress was not long. So when I seen him at the Middle East and he hopped on stage with Reggie Hugh to perform, I was like, dog, this whole time that was you. Man, come give me my hug, bro. Just give me my hug. So it's going to be a fire
Shout
day.
out to my brother Najee. That's my guy.
straight up.
Yeah.
And Empress. I see you on the film, sis. I'm going to connect with you real soon. Real soon.
I
Yeah.
loved how this episode turned out. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like, it
June
literally
15th,
did.
12 to
No,
5.
I literally did.
Surprise!
I still got like a couple more questions. But I was like,
Yeah, come
damn,
on,
this
ask
is fucking
away.
Awesome.
Yes,
Ask away.
I really fucking love this shit. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Fucking
Might break
legends.
the Boston internet with this.
I know.
might.
They'll be like,
If
yo,
that's
how
the
the
goal,
hell-
then that's the goal. I haven't broken the internet yet. I've been trying a little bit.
Now
but
you
it's
gotta
like,
do a
yeah,
collab post with me,
this is crazy.
y'all, and Mr. PSA.
This is
So
this is
you're
going up.
gonna
This is
break
going
How the
up.
hell that happened?
This is going up.
Different
Random.
guys. Different- how-
Random like
How'd
our
you do that?
our
You
asses.
just said that.
You
That's
just
how-
said it.
yeah,
I
you
just
say
it just
that.
happens.
Say that,
I don't
and it
plan this shit. It
happens.
just
Sometimes you
happens.
gotta
Like you
say
know
it.
what I
happens.
mean?
It happens.
That's the whole point of saying it. It just
Just say that. It
ugh.
happens.
You know what I mean? I ain't in control.
It's simple.
I
It's
love
simple to
y'all.
say that.
Yo, actually, that was the first time the train went by this episode. That's crazy.
That's gay,
It's 'cause
I'm telling
here and
you.
that train knows I
All
hate
right.
it.
That's see, as Mike Scarfo said, that's the rite of initiation. If you either record on his show or my show, you get that train going by, you set.
Yeah.
You set. You
set
really
for
got
it.
set.
Oh, that means
Your
abundance.
Yeah, exactly. It's
your
the Easter
train
egg.
just
What
passed.
timestamp
It's
did
over.
the train pass?
Right,
There it
exactly.
is. It's over. There it is.
If you could find out what time say the train passed out, my last 5 episodes in AOA Studios, get a $500. How about that?
No,
Boom.
don't do that, because
Don't
then
say
I'll
that,
go
don't
back.
say that.
Yeah,
Don't do
okay,
that.
don't do that.
Like
I didn't mean it.
Like
Hey,
us, we
don't
both
say
like,
that.
don't do that.
Don't say that.
on the Say That
Don't say that,
podcast, because we'll go
be
and
in there
look.
researching like, hey, man, one.
Where my $500?
Where's the 500 coming from?
Right.
My numbers
Mike
are
said,
all
hey,
up. I'm like,
you better chill out.
I'm going
shit,
to send
they
you a
did it.
request to
Mike
Cash
said,
App.
bro,
I got your phone
$3 in the
number.
Dunkin' Donuts card. You better cut it out.
Yeah.
We got $3 in the Dunkin' Donuts card.
All right, exactly.
Stop.
I gotta-
We got some AOA hats. Cut it
Yeah.
out, bro.
I will take that, though, because I love Dunkin'. Amanda runs on Dunkin'.
Listen, I run on Dunkin'.
Everybody,
on
I'm from New England. You gotta run on Dunkin'.
We
You
run
kidding me?
on you. Just, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Yeah, I don't do
That's
Starbucks.
it. There's a Dunkin' across the street here.
Yeah, nah, I almost
Cummins
hit it.
Center.
I was already,
Yes,
like,
I'm about to hit
late.
literally.
Exactly.
I got a Splitsville because I literally have a family outing. So
Yeah.
I gotta give you all the
At
love
the
in the world.
family reunion.
Yeah, like
who
so,
we
there's something
introduced.
happening in Massachusetts that I'm gonna give you the digs on, and you know what I'm saying? Because if you're around, because now you know where you're in the land of PSA, so to speak. Because this is welcome to the North Shore.
Yeah. That's it.
Beverly,
Yeah.
Salem, Lynn,
Yeah.
Marblehead, Swampscott, we out here. So, gotta tap you in. Like I told you, get you out here. But I got an event, not like an event, but like more of a private event.
Is it
that-
kickback?
Yeah, super kickback.
I like a
So
kickback.
I'm gonna hit you. Come through. Have
Give
some
me
food,
the,
kick
give
it,
me
electric
the.
slide with some
Yeah.
folks.
Oh, I will Beyonce slide
So,
and electric
it's
slide.
not the Beyonce slide.
I will. You make me happy. Doom, doom. We'll do the electric slide and then we'll run into that.
Okay, let's
And then
do
we'll
it.
do the
Boogie,
cha
boogie,
cha.
boogie.
I'm with it.
To
I'm
the
with
right,
it.
to the right, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself.
You gotta
And we
do-
gotta do the.
We just
right,
did that
take
in
it
the chair.
back
I just,
now,
I just
y'all.
want y'all
Yeah.
to know.
One
I just want y'all
hop
to know
this
we did it in the
time.
chair.
Shh. 2 hops this time.
3 hops this time.
All right, we did
Charlie
4.
Brown.
That's cool. Now don't kick out.
Do.
Mind y'all,
Now go to
mind y'all,
work.
we're doing this in the chair. Y'all don't have the rhythm.
No,
to say
right,
that
exactly.
ass. We are doing this in the chair with no music whatsoever.
I love
It's just
this
off
for
top.
us.
It's crazy. That's how we getting down.
Yo, you're such an Aquarius by leaving your brother in the car while you just sit here for 30 minutes.
He just sat there for a quick 30
Hey, yo,
combo.
nah, dead ass.
You know
Like
what?
Aquarius,
That's how you
I
make a
like
debut on a
that.
platform.
That's how we. That's how we like
You know
that. We
what,
like
though?
that for
This
real.
is kind of like, this is kind of cause like we got a family group chat, and he's a Sagittarius, and there's more Sagittarius.
Oh, I love Sagittarius.
There's more Sagittarius.
Love
And they're
Sagittarius.
December.
Scarfo.
They're December.
I
Sagittarius.
love
Like
December
Scarfatarius.
Sagittarius.
Like Scarfatarius too. What's your birthday, sir?
December 9th.
Oh my God, it's the day after my daughter's. So.
Hey, hey,
Easy to
December
win.
8th?
Yeah.
That's my nephew's birthday.
Oh my goodness, another one. Y'all Sages is really taking over the world. But
And
you
my
know
son
what?
is a Sag,
Due to
December
them always
15th.
making fun of me in the group chat, this is what you get. That's why your ass in the car.
And
love
my
you,
dog
though.
is
I
a
love
Sag.
you.
She's December 8th too.
Damn,
She's
you
December
got,
8th.
you got Christmas on lock.
I really no, I don't, cause
No, I be broke
I don't
on
celebrate.
this.
I don't celebrate
Well,
holidays.
that
I haven't
yeah.
celebrated in like
I
5.
tried that. They looked at me
6
like,
years.
I wish you would.
Nah, I really haven't.
No, I tried it.
Well,
but
you
I
got
know
younger
just looked at me
kids.
like, I wish
Mine
you
are
would.
like
I wish
grown
you would try
adults.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
you got a job? No.
They do have jobs. They're still just like, I wish you would.
Nah, your son grown too. You got an older, yeah. You got
I
an
mean,
older one.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of them is getting
Yeah.
their paper. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
you ain't
saying?
got 20 yet. Do you got 20 yet? He's 20. Yeah, he's
22.
22.
22.
We are
He's
old.
about to hit his Jordan phase. His
Bro,
first
we're
Jordan
old. He's
phase.
22.
Yeah, he's about to hit his first Jordan phase.
Oh.
22, 2 jobs, got his apartment, he lit.
Oh, he got an apartment at 22? Him and my
God
friends,
bless.
him and my son need to be friends. Because my
Yeah.
son's 20. He need to
He
go.
would.
Get him out of
And he
here.
don't-
What's that
and-
look like?
And although he makes really, really good music, he doesn't go anywhere.
Listen, Dad, don't do that.
I don't get it.
Don't do that.
I just don't. I don't.
You gotta
get it.
put him on.
I
You
do.
got all the
I
links
do.
and the
My man's
hookups.
just like, never mind. So, this
Aw.
now that you know what I'm saying, freedom has come. Freedom has come. I
Oh,
am back. So
Dito,
therefore,
not Dad putting your business out there
we
like
will
that.
we will get the son out to where he needs to go.
No, I don't like that.
It is okay.
I don't like that.
Freedom has come.
We don't like that.
Freedom has come.
We don't
no,
like
no,
that.
freedom
Don't
has
make
come.
gusta.
No, no, no. Don't make gusta.
I don't. Why you do that to the baby for?
Cause like, yo,
Are you inspiring
in order-
him, like
I
reverse
am.
inspiration?
I am because he's like, yo, he's such a good kid. He's so humble. He's so great. He's got the milkiest of vocals, like talented beyond belief. Like he doesn't just do hip hop. He got hip hop, gospel songs, country songs. He got hip hop, gospel songs. He got drill gospel songs.
That's crazy.
Yo, my son is literally like
all right. So now you got to plug where we can find his music.
Yeah.
You can find him. You can find him official Fazo, and it's official FAZEO on IG. You can find his music on Spotify. He's got maybe 6 songs up there now. He records at AOA Studio. Shout out to this, you know what I'm saying? Say that in AOA. But he's just, he wants to be, I don't know what he wants, man. Handsome kid, bro. Fly as ever, got mad talent, can move, but doesn't really rock with people. It's complete opposite of that, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, everybody, let's go. Same spot right now. Where we going? My man's like, yeah, let me just do my songs and then let's get where we're going. And if I'm not doing songs, then I'd rather just not be there because ruckus happens. And to be honest, with a lot of society today, I make fun of them, just like I make fun of my daughter sometimes. But I will take that, you know what I'm saying, over anything. My shout out to my daughter, you know what I'm saying? She's on the National Honor Society for agricultural high school students and regular high school students, you know what I'm saying? So she walks across stage with a rope, first in the family, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't listen to hip hop at all. You know what I'm saying? Dares not to ever drop the N-bomb. You know what I'm saying? And it's do I question it? I don't. I'm absolutely okay with it. Here's why. Because at least she's not out here yo, my booty hole brown. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just, bro, you know what I mean? So, and my son, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
Say that, bro.
That was mad
Say that,
serious,
bro.
and then you said
Say that, bro.
I mean, he's not
You gotta
wrong.
say that, bro. And it's no
paint.
disrespect to any musical artist. Because again, when it comes to artistry, everybody has the right to be themselves, right? Whatever you talk about, whatever you do is what you do. That's your artistry. But at the same time, you also have to remember exactly what we were talking about earlier, which is what we're doing. We got to pass down to somebody. Please tell me what passing down my booty hole brown to somebody is going to do. First off, hopefully, if you're brown, your booty hole is brown because you're brown. But if your booty hole is brown and you're not brown, you're dirty. That's not cool. And what is that information doing for anybody going forward? Please explain. Again, I get it. The beat may be cool, but this stuff that's coming out of people's mouths nowadays don't make no damn sense. And then little kids know every word, and parents are okay with it. So when I look at my kids, bro, and I'm not trying to say, well, shit, as a parent, my kids is better than everybody's kids, because that's what parents is always going to say. But
I don't say that.
I appreciate
Fuck
them.
them kids. No, I'm just
stupid. But I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the way that they take shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They do their own thing. They live by that I'm me, be you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like they have to fit into anyone's or any societal woes under any circumstance.
And they
don't.
don't.
I'll take it.
And
kids gonna be all right.
I mean, I love Sexy Red and everything because I feel like
I love her energy. Don't get me wrong. It's just certain things. I'm just like, come on.
The music ain't really for me, but I feel like that's the beauty of our culture, though. It's there's something for everybody. There's sometimes I want to be in my spiritual bag. I'm gonna listen to. I don't want to say that because then everybody and their mom are gonna be like, Erica, but I be listening to
I'm
not disrespecting her, but I got locks. So every time I go on the stage, they be playing.
Do that comparison stuff
all the fucking time.
Oh man, that's stop, cut it out. Shut
I be
that down.
just because but I love me some Erica. So when I'm in my bag and I'm like, I'll call you back. You know what I'm saying? I'll put on that, or if I really want to be on some ratchet shit, maybe some Sukihana. No. I'm just playing, but I'm just saying, I feel like there's something for every. I really don't listen to Sukihana.
I was gonna say that got ratchet fast.
Nah, but I did listen to her diss to JT though. I did listen to that just because I had to for the culture.
Listen, I do listen to diss tracks, but at the end of the day, certain diss tracks when it comes to those types of rappers, I don't understand what the hell's going on.
But there's a lane.
I
guess
you're speaking for. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell y'all even throwing back. I don't live y'all's life, so I don't know.
I'm a guy.
Can I get it wet while you dry? Okay, I don't even know what's happening.
No, I mean not all of her music is like that. But I'm just saying we need a realm for all different types of genres. So I'm not mad at it. I really want to hear that gospel drill though.
I gotta
because that's different.
You gotta hit him up because
that's
again he also actually I can't even.
You can. You already said too much.
Well, no, I can't. So there's certain things
the
I
drink
can say.
chance of interviews
he
for his
does
son.
things that you may have already heard in places because he's good at what he does, and people be like, "Yo, can you?" And he does. So that's that. Word. See how I said that, but I didn't say that.
I love
but
that.
I said that. But I didn't
It's the
say
say that paradox. You know what I'm saying? It's the Matrix.
Sometimes you got to say that without saying that. And if you say that without saying that, you good because you ain't say shit.
I totally caught all of that.
Gang.
Go get your brother.
I know. I'm doing Yo, I love y'all. Tap in to Say That podcast. They should get a nomination. Everybody at AOA Studio should get a nomination. Amanda Shea should get her nomination, and just hand her the award already because.
Yeah. As we said, it's got a lot. It's a lot.
Who else? Who else?
All right.
Who else? Who else?
How can I lose when I'm already chose?
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Great words of Ice Spice.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you don't want to mess with no goats. Don't nobody want to mess with no goats. She a
Right.
goat already. Just go ahead and get a goat with the goat
Right.
needs. You know what I'm saying? This is the she
She gonna
version
walk
of Tom
into
Brady
the
in the
VMAs
poetry
with 3
world.
goats
You know what I'm saying?
on
This
a
is
leash.
this is the poetry Tom Brady
Right.
in the female form right now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
mad.
Get
Okay,
those
I can't
touchdowns.
stand you because earlier when you said
Aquarius.
the twin Pete, when
Yeah.
you said 2 times back to back, and then you
right.
said the third time, I was like, I want all 7 rings like Tom Brady.
There it is.
My
Watch the
favorite
roast.
one's the next one.
I watched the
Aquarius.
roast. That was good.
Aquarius.
It was
Nikki Glazier.
no Nikki. Yeah,
I
and I
love y'all
watched.
so
I
much.
watched.
Shout
I
out
watched.
Mr. PSA. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yo,
Welcome
yo,
anytime.
Look, I even dropped my do-rag on set.
Yeah.
Holla at me,
Yo,
gang.
and you took off your do-rag. I love you.
Make sure you're following. That camera. Cut this. Make sure you're following Mr. PSA on all platforms.
I'll send you an official
Call me when
email.
you about to leave.
I will, because I want to hear the tea. You didn't spill it here.
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't spill it here.
Now we back on top, baby. We living.
We outside! I thought you were going to say living single.
So this is
Ooh, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls. Keep your head up. What? Keep your head up. That's right. Yo, get out. It's tight like glue. We are living. Hey.
See, this is the type of energy that we get at AOA fucking Studios. We know everybody. Everybody's coming on. Everybody's welcome. That's how you throw me a curveball. That's how you make a fucking good episode like that.
Hey,
all right,
only
that's
here.
the Amanda Shea energy right there.
I
God
love
damn it.
that.
You know
Say
what I
that
mean?
part.
So
gotta
I gotta
get first.
ask you one thing because this kind of did get me thinking about music. You know, Taylor Swift. She's everywhere right now. You know what I mean? But her new album, you know, what's it? The Tortured Poets Department, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You think she's a tortured poet? As someone being in the field like you are, or are you gonna call a bluff?
That's a good question. All right, so for all the Swifties out there, I got your back. I love Taylor Swift's writing ability. If that is really technically her writing, because like nowadays I'm not in the studio, so I really don't know. That's not no shade to anybody. I'm not there. However, from what I know of her career, she's written all of her material herself, and for that, yes, that makes her a poet because her songs are poems essentially. When she's talking about heartbreak, she's talking about happiness, all of those things. Now, do I listen to Taylor Swift? Not
No,
at it.
no. I got 2
hear her
songs
on the
playlist,
radio when the radio is on, but other than that, I don't really listen to her. But I have no like Taylor Swift hate. I just think again, like the music industry picks and chooses who they want to amplify at all times, and I feel like she's one of the chosen ones.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You kidding me?
And I'm
Holy
and
shit.
with her in her career, nothing, but she deserves it because like 20 years in the game is a really long time. You can't just like, you know what I'm saying?
I just wish your
disregard
fans
that.
were a little more normal. Is all.
I mean, I wish a lot of these people's fan
Yeah,
bases were
exactly.
a little
That's
bit
right.
more
I just
fucking
wish that
normal.
if more people had normal fans and acted in a normaler way instead of sitting outside of her stadium and, you know, camping out and crying and making it cringy.
Yeah,
And
no,
yeah,
people
I
are
could
weird.
get behind Taylor Swift a little bit more. You know,
Yeah.
I think this Travis Kelce thing is kind of what's doing it in for me because being, you know, big manly sports fan, I don't give a shit. Like, it's like, of course the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I told everybody, I knew it from the second they started dating. I said that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. It's the storylines. I'm not saying it's rigged. I'm not saying it's rigged. But
there was air quotes, though.
know what I'm saying? Like, So, and watch, if they break up, it's going to be the downfall of the Chiefs.
I'm just saying.
Telling you.
In our society where salaciousness and lies are more interesting than the truth, I feel like that's just what it breeds. I mean, social media, as beautiful as it is, as y'all know, I have a poem called Social Media. As beautiful as it is, I feel like it's also like, because it's like you hear a lot of opinions, misinformation, miseducation. people just being on there and just being weird. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't got the time. And, like, that's honestly one of the things that, like, keeps me off of the socials, even though everybody's like, Amanda, you have like 15 million stories on your story every day.
Yeah.
So, like, how are you really off? But I'm like, you'd be surprised. I literally spend 3 hours on social media, 1 hour during the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening, and then that's it. Because for me, my mental health just can't. Like, it's just too much. I'm seeing too much. I'm trying to process too much.
Absolutely.
I've went through my whole social media, cleansed, blocked. Oh, my block list strong. I'm quick to be like, blocka. I've done everything, and I still get stuff that is very triggering. So for me, I'm like, if you're not in that first hour of me at any point in time throughout the times that I'm on social media, I literally just scroll. If I say that pod, I'm putting it in the story. I see turntable teachers, putting it in the story. I see Capella, putting it in the story. Brandy, put it in the story. Anybody that I really, really support, love, know of, being positive, being in the community, all for unification, all of the things, I'm gonna post you. But that's it. I'm barely posting my things. Like, I do a lot of stuff throughout the week, and people be like, yo, you just hosted the Lupe. Like, we was at MIT, and I just hosted Fresh, a rap, hip hop, and poetry event at MIT, and that was lit. Like, I love Lupe Fiasco, definitely a lyricist. So to be in the same room and share the same stage, I have mad footage. I haven't posted nothing. I had a book release, a soft launch of my book, because my book has not been out yet. We got another 38 days. But I did a soft launch. I didn't post anything about it. And people are like, yo, you got all this stuff. And it's like, one, I don't have the time. And two, I don't have the capacity and the bandwidth to do it. Like, I just really, really don't. And for what? It kind of makes me feel sometimes like, as much as I want people to see the stuff that I'm doing, I'm also like, it just feels very egotistical to me to be, look at what I do. Look what I do. Look what I do. Look at me. Look at me. You know, like Doja Cat. Look at me. Look at me. You looking? Like, that attention is a real thing. Like, when it comes to social media, and I feel like my presence already takes up a lot of space. So I just choose when and where and how I share space, if that makes sense. And social media is a big one. Yeah. People DM me all the time.
Well, that's why I think it's important to, hear from somebody like you who's very involved, yet you're still, prioritizing your mental health.
Absolutely.
So people, because it's the veil of social media. People just see one thing and they think another. But to actually hear it from somebody who's so involved, I think it holds a lot more weight.
I appreciate that. I mean, I think people also forget, like, I'm a real person. Like, there's the artist, but then I'm also a mom. Like, this morning I had a very heavy moment with my son. And I'm going to just say it because, like, I have nothing to hide. My son has been struggling with getting up for school. He's been been having a lot of issues with just his sleep patterns. And this morning, I woke him up 4 times in a row, and he was already late for school. It made me really frustrated. So I lost my temper on him, and he lost his right back. And I remember saying to him, I'm like, well, if you don't like the rules here, because the only thing you have to do is go to school, you can go live with another relative. And immediately when I said it, I was really disappointed in myself, because I'm like, why would you say that? You don't want your baby going nowhere. But then his response was, well, where else can I go? Like, my father's dead. And it was that moment, and he said a lot more to that, but I'm going to just keep it there. Yeah. But once he said that, it just made it really much of a reality where it's like, yo, we're still grieving. Like, we lost my husband almost 3 years ago. His birthday is coming up July 2nd. He was a Cancer. Like, even in that moment, I wasn't realizing, like, damn, my son might be feeling the same thing I'm feeling. But then also it's like, damn, like, he is feeling the same way that I'm feeling. And, like, grief is not linear. And it's like, now after that interaction, which I allowed him to stay home for the day because it was very clear. Both of us were in very heavy emotions. He was very, very drained and tired. I don't want to send him out in the world like that. We just got into it. We ended up making up. But then it's like, okay, now 2 hours later, I'm off to a gig that's an hour and a half away. It's like, I think people forget and now have to give all this emotion and give all this energy. And I'm feeling fucking sad and heavy because even though we've mended, what happened, I don't still feel like it's been released yet. And now what am I doing? Am I carrying that into the next gig that I'm going to? Are they going to be able to feel that? Or am I going to be able to ground myself and really talk to God and really listen to spirit, where I say, okay, this did happen and it's okay to feel, but now we have to do this thing. So let's be present for this thing. We're not going to ignore the feelings and we're going to go back. And like, that's really, really hard, especially when you live a life of a go, 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 go. You know, people are like, yo, you everywhere. And it's like, yeah, I am, but I'm also nowhere. I am like the Carmen Sandiego of poetry. You will see me outside and then you will not see me outside because I have children to go back home to. And even though they're 16 and 20, those are still my children. I have a dog to go home to. I have plants in my house I have to care to. I need to take care of myself. Like, I was literally running to an eyebrow appointment in between gigs the other day because I didn't even really have enough time to even just zen out and get my nails done. And it's little things like that that I think people don't see when they see you. They see all the stuff that you get, the accolades, the recognition, the glitz and the glam, and that's great. Like, I love that. But there's a real life that's really happening behind here, and there's real things that are happening. So being an educator, I love these kids. I create real relationships with them. Not all the kids that I'm educating are in really great situations. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. So I'm holding that. Then I'm going to events. There's people, yeah, I get a lot of love, but there's people in that room that don't really fuck with my energy or what I stand for or believe that I'm authentic. So I got to combat that too. And then now I go home and I turn on the mom hat and ask these kids if they need anything and maybe cook dinner or order some takeout, take out my dog. And then it's time for me. Yeah. Like, that's a lot. Yeah. And I think people need to know that artists are not just one-dimensional characters. Like, we are multi-dimensional, and we're going through a lot of shit at the same time of putting out this art that y'all are going to criticize and judge anyways, or maybe not listen to. We don't know, but we're still putting it out there because that is our form, or at least for me, that's my form of therapy. That's my form of healing.
Absolutely. Well, that was beautifully said, and I appreciate you.
Thank you
for taking the time out, being here as always in your busy schedule. I really do appreciate you.
I love y'all.
Yeah, of course, and we love you back. So my last question would be, when it's all said and done, you know, whenever you decide, you know, retire or whatever happens, what do you want to be remembered for?
So when I come back like Jordan, no, I'm not. Repeat that last part again.
So all basically what I want to know, you know, when it's all said and done, if you ever decide to retire or what, you know, whatever happens, what do you want to be remembered for?
That I was here, that I lived, that I was authentic, that I was unapologetic, that I spoke my truth at all costs, no matter who or how or what felt about or saw or said or anything. Yeah, Beyonce has a song called I Was Here. And the first bar is like, I want to leave my footprints in the sands of time. And for me, that is legacy. You know, being able to inspire someone is legacy. And not even just inspire, but impact. Yeah. Because people call me an influencer a lot. And like, that's cool. And I understand where that comes from. But I'd rather change that word from influencer to impactor or impact. Because I feel like you always remember where you were or when you were impacted by something that completely changed the trajectory of like your mindset, your life, your perception, your perspective. And that's what I want to do. I want people to be able to look back at my work and be like, hey, yo, like, this is real. Like, I could feel her, even though I'm not technically, physically here. I think that's what makes us timeless and rememberable. Like, anywhere you go, when you hear Bob Marley, you know who it is. Right. When you hear Kendrick, you know who it is. When you hear Tyler, the Creator, Michael Jackson, you know these voices are so distinct to you. Sade, you know, Anita Baker. I want people to be able to pick out my voice and recognize my voice, and also, you know, be inspired and just be like, I want to do that. I know I could do that because Amanda did that, and she said that if she could do it, anybody could do it. Absolutely. And that's true.
I love that.
Hustle.
That was a beautiful way to end what has been a fucking amazing episode.
I had so much fucking fun.
I had so much fun. I really did. I don't even, you know, that was the first time somebody even came in, just sat down right there, He was awesome. It was my first time meeting him, and
we live for first time.
That's how you make connections. I swear to God, it really is.
And he's out here like crazy.
He really is. Yeah,
thick. Like he's one of the
I had
good
even
ones.
heard of his son, and you know, I'm horrible with like guessing people's ages, so he looks young to me.
Oh
so
yeah.
When he says he has like a 20-year-old son, I'm like, you look like you're 30. Like not for nothing,
No,
or something like that.
dead
like,
ass.
You know what I mean?
My kids
like,
all the time in school, they'd be like, "So miss, like, how old are you?" And
Yeah.
I'd be like, "I have a 16-year-old and 20-year-old," and they'd be like,
yeah.
What?
Like I'm because even with like Mike and our friend Jeff Porter, I'm just thinking they're all the same age as me by default. I'm 26.
"You are such a baby still."
I
love
keep
that.
telling me that. I'm
No,
like,
it's beautiful. That just means you have more life. And I don't think I just turned 40 in February. I used to have this weird thing about age, but I don't anymore. I embrace it because I feel like the older we get, the wiser we are.
100%.
And like Mr. PSA said, like that's our duty. Like we're the new ancestors.
Right.
So I embrace it, but I also don't think 40 is old.
Not
I
at
think
all.
there's so much more life, and the
Absolutely.
ways in which you live your life, it will determine how much more life you have. So for me, like when people are like, "Oh my God, you look like a baby," and I'm like, "That's great. I must be doing something right,
Absolutely.
spiritually, mentally, physically, internally, to be even able to look like this young and also not look like what I've been through, because I've been through some things." So hold on to that 26.
Absolutely.
26 is great. Jesus here, though, 33 will change your fucking life.
Is it really? That's good.
Yes.
I gotta look into that. That's good.
Yes. But I really just want to say thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank
and this was
you.
an awesome comeback episode for you, and I'm glad, we're back in a new studio, of course, AOA Studios. We all that.
I'm coming back.
Of course. You're always freaking welcome. You kidding me? Before we exit, where can people find you on social media and such like that? I know you don't spend too much time, but they want to keep up with you and know what shows
y'all
are
want
dropping.
the handles?
Yeah.
It's Amanda Shea all day on Instagram, and that's Shea like the butter for all my melanated peoples. Please don't play me. Yeah. If you spell it SHAY, you are not gonna find me. So spell it like the butter. And you can also just hit me up through my website www.amandashay.com. I actually have a lot of people who hit me via email from the website. It's so cool. So I get to see it. So if we want to connect, I'm a tangible person. The face-to-face has always been my preferred method of communication. So if you're trying to connect with me through technology and you're having a hard time, invite me for a meal, because I'm always hungry.
Absolutely.
And I love
That's a great way. I gotta start telling people
build
to
a relationship with me.
Yeah.
It's not transactional. Don't just call my line. Let's break bread together for real and build a relationship.
I love that. As always, folks, thank you for tuning in to another episode. You can find me on Instagram, REPETE617. On Twitter is 617REPETE. Don't ask about that. I had a little trouble on Twitter. But please follow the podcast on Instagram, say_that_pod, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And y'all know the drill. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Don't say this. Say that. And we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.